Shalom. This is Pyrathon of the Great Millstone Houston Camp back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of the Great Millstone, and peace, blessing, and salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also the Israelites that's scattered abroad that don't look like the typical so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, but according to their father's lineage, goes back to the 12 tribes of Israel, which the Israelites that are scattered abroad will hear the message, as well as the Israelites in Babylon, the Great America, will wake up to the truth as we are seeing happening. Prophecies being fulfilled in our eyes today. And the elect amongst the Israelites are the Israelites that's written in Revelation 7, which are the 144,000 prophets and the great multitude, which is men, women, and children that will be saved through faith. All right. So in this lesson, I want to get into really haven't figured out a topic. I want to start here in Acts 14 and 22. And 19, I start at Acts 14 and 19. Okay, it says, Paul stoned in Lystra, and there came neither thither certain Jews from Antioch and Iconium, who persuaded the people, and having stoned Paul, drew him out of the city, supposing he had been dead. Howbeit, as the disciples stood round about him, he rose up and came into the city, and the next day he departed with Barnabas to Derbe. So Paul got stoned to death, okay, and he had he went to the spirit world. He said the things that he seen in the spirit world, he couldn't. It was unlawful, meaning he didn't have the words. Man, words couldn't be placed on it, okay, because the glory, the magnificence, and the awe, okay, of the spirit world. All right, he says, and when they had preached the gospel to the city and had taught many, they returned again to Lystra and to Iconium and to Antioch. All right. So they returned back to the same place. All right. Confirming the souls of the disciples. Because imagine, right, the disciples, which disciple is shortened word, or the original word for it is discipline. So the Israelites that's following the discipline of Yahweh, that have faith in Yahweh, imagine their mindset after them seeing Paul getting stoned for preaching Yahweh, like, wow, man, man's emotions of just being in fear. Like, man, I'm scared. I know I want to do it. I got to do it, but I'm still nervous, right? Confirming in the souls of the disciples and exhorting them in the faith, like encouraging them in the faith. You know, imagine a man that you know he was dead. You stood over him. He came back to life, and he went back to teaching. Imagine the confidence that those men had once that happened. Okay, and Paul talked about that a lot. Okay, to his to his letters to the Gentiles, that you should be encouraged and persuaded by the sufferings that I take for the name of Yahweh. All right, it says, confirming in the soul, confirming these souls of the disciples, and exhorting them to continue in the faith. Okay, and that we must through much tribulation enter the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So continue in the faith. Faith is what's going to save the elect out of captivity. This is Ephesians 2 and 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith. Okay? For by grace which came by Yahweh, which is the favor that was shown on us by Yahweh through Yahweh shedding his blood. So we can have the forgiveness of sins and we can be found blameless and without guile through faith in Yahweh. And that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High. So it was a gift given unto us. Yahweh is a gift given unto us. Faith is a gift given to us. Okay? So, not of works, lest any man should boast. Okay, what is faith? Faith, Hebrews 1, Salakia 11 and 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Let's go here real quick. Hebrews 11 and 1. In the Good News Bible, to have faith is to be sure of the things we hope for. What is the things that we hope for? The kingdom of heaven being established, we ruling over the heathen, okay? Um, no longer suffering captivity anymore in this oppression by our enemies, no longer have to, to deal with the wickedness of this place, looking forward to the MOTB, looking forward to all hell breaking loose, okay? Believing in Yahweh Shai, okay, and everything that's written of him, all the things that's written in the scriptures to happen, and that has happened, and that will happen, okay. It says to have faith is to be sure of things we hope for, to be certain of things we cannot see. Now, with that faith, this is James. Let's see, James 2 and okay. This is James 2 and 17. Even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. Yet a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believest there is one God, thou doest well. The devil also believe and tremble. Okay? It says in verse 22, seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works faith made perfect? Okay? Verse 24. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified and not by faith only. So with the um as right, as Paul said, confirming the souls of the disciples that through much tribulation, okay, we must enter into the kingdom of heaven. So in order before we get the kingdom, we're gonna suffer the straight gate. We're gonna suffer the tribulation. And while we're suffering the tribulation, in order to say that we kept the faith, we have to keep the works. We have to keep doing the works. Okay? Now get this last precept. This is Romans 8 and 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach Yahweh? What is love? The keeping of the commandments. So who's gonna stop us from showing our love, from keeping the commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua? Shall tribulation? It can, okay? Tribulation can stop you from showing love, from doing the works. Okay, but if we the elect will endure unto the end. Okay, and the same that endure to the end is the same that will be saved by our Lord Yahweh Shah. Or distress. Okay, we go through distress or persecution. Okay, we get persecution. Okay, talked about, lied on. Okay, false witnesses, false accusers, famine. We go through hunger. Okay, nakedness. At times we ain't got no money to buy clothes. Okay, pearls. Okay, bad times, dangerous times. Okay, now of course there's levels to this. Okay, or sword. All right, brothers have been threatened. Okay, and all these things are going to get worse. So the times that we are in now, and the persecution and the nakedness and famine on a low level that we go through now, okay, is to build us up for the time to come. Okay, because the time of Jacob's trouble will be the biggest fight of our life. All right, it says, as it is written, for thou sake, for the time of Jacob's trouble and our temptation will be the biggest fight of our life. Okay, the fight to keep the faith. Okay, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. All right. So so I want to get this real quick. Okay, since I still got a little time. This Sirach 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? And the temptation is Salakia. Uh Sinning. Okay? Breaking the laws. All right, to please the flesh. All right. And it might be something that's not breaking the law. You be tempted to overindulge in the things that's lawful but not expedient. Overindulge. Lose your self control and your discipline. All right. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. You got to set your mind aright. Okay. And the way you get your mind right is stay in these scriptures. Stay reading, stay studying, stay praying, stay fasting. And constantly endure. It's a constant thing that you have to continue to suffer while doing the works. Okay. Now the Most High give us a time of where He lift up that burden off of us. Okay. But then He put it right back on us because we can't get too comfortable to make no haste in the time of trouble. Yeah, don't stop doing the work and try to fix your life. Okay, just because you're going through trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Yet the Most High will increase you after you get done with your tribulation. And it will come through uh more understanding of the scriptures. Okay, and it might come even physical too in some cases where you might get that car that you need or that house you need. It's happened to me. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient with our change to a lower state. So the Most High will bring us down to a lower state. But that's all a part of uh, if if we are going to be disciples of Yahweh Shah, we have to carry our cross. Okay, which the cross is burden. All right. This is Philippians 1 and let's see. Philippians 1 and 29. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Hamashiach, not only to believe on him, not only to believe on the scriptures, on the breakdowns, on the history, okay, on the prophecies, all right, on the law, statutes, and commandments, but also to suffer for his sake. Okay, so we have to suffer. We have to suffer through many different things, but all in all, we have to suffer. And suffering, it don't feel good for the present moment, but guess what that suffering does? It helps you to evaluate yourself as you go back to the lab and see what you need to work on. Okay, right now I know the Most High is teaching me to pray more. Okay, Be more spiritual when you are in uh, your time of suffering. Okay, pray more. All right. In other times of suffering, I have learned other things. Okay, so let's see. And this is all leading to something. It's going to pay off. Suffering, okay, and enduring, and continue to believe and show that your belief through your works is going to pay off. All right. If we suffer, if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. Second Timothy 2:12. If we suffer, we shall also reign. Reign is rule. If we deny him, he will also deny us. So we have to continue to endure into the end, Lord willing, unless it was edifying unto the elect. All right. Whatever we're going through, man, just look at it spiritual, all right, and continue to put in the work, all right, so the Most High can work and show that He's with us, so we can go into the time of Jacob's trouble with confidence, okay. So as I said, Lord willing, let's